Hello! In this video, I will show you how to check by yourself whether your glow plugs are working correctly in two ways. Either directly in the engine block or once you already have them on the bench, and we will do the same with the glow plug controller. We will check it using a diagnostic computer and directly on the bench so that I can fully assess the condition of your system without any doubts, just like a real mechanic. Without unnecessary talking, I'm getting to work. We will start with how to check whether the glow plugs are working properly or whether they might already be burned out while they are still in the engine block. First, I remove all the wires to have free access. If you don't know how to reach this stage, watch my previous recording where I show which components and in what order you need to disassemble to get to the point where we are now. Now I turn on the multimeter, a regular one from a store for about $30. I set it to resistance measurement mode and choose the lowest available option, which in my case is 600 ohms. We will now measure the resistance of the glow plugs and the result will tell us whether they are functional or not. In my case, for my glow plugs, the correct value is between 0.5 and 2.5 ohms. If you are performing this test on your car, check who the manufacturer of your glow plugs is and what values they declare as correct, so you know what to expect. I now place one probe of the multimeter on the engine block, which is clean and will not interfere with the reading. Intake runners are perfect for this. And with the other probe, I touch each glow plug one by one, reading the measurement on the screen and checking whether it is within the correct range. In this case, all the results are correct, and that's exactly how it should be, and all because these glow plugs we are checking now were installed literally 15 minutes ago. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. It helps me create more content about repairing and servicing your BMW. It only takes you 3 seconds, but it's a huge motivation for me and I truly appreciate it. Now I will show you the old ones. And here you will definitely be surprised by the result because it will not be as great anymore. This test is the second method I want to show you, which is checking directly on the bench, also using a multimeter, which I set to the same resistance measurement mode as before. Again, I place one end of the meter on the tip of the glow plug, and with the other, I touch the body of the glow plug, ideally in a spot that is not excessively dirty, which can sometimes be difficult, as you can clearly see here on the screen. These glow plugs were installed in my car for 21 years, which I was able to determine based on the production date visible on each of them, and throughout all those years of operation, they became heavily worn out. You're surely wondering whether they still work at all, and here I'll solve that mystery because the result is very interesting. It turns out that after such a long time, out of all 6 glow plugs, the 3 lying closest to me are completely burned out and do not work at all. One is damaged, with the resistance jumping from 0 to several hundred units, meaning it does not operate correctly, and 2 are functional and were heating normally. Not great, right? This result means it's time for a replacement, and now you will also be able to evaluate this in your own car. Now the second very important part, how to check the glow plug controller, because without it even brand new glow plugs simply won't heat. It is the heart of the entire system, ensuring proper operation of the whole glow plug circuit. The entire module is located slightly deeper under the coolant outlet on the engine block. I will now show you how to diagnose a problem with its operation using a diagnostic interface. You don't need a specialized computer worth several $1,000s or pay for this in a service shop. For this test, you can use a $25 interface that connects to an app on your phone. When you scan the car, all currently present faults will appear on your phone screen, and here is how to interpret them. If you see a fault for one or several glow plugs, start by checking them and replacing the faulty ones, just like we did in the earlier part of the video. If you have already checked everything and replaced the damaged glow plugs with new ones, but the scan still shows faults on the same plugs, it means that the problem lies in the control module circuit that powers them. And in this case, the issue is with the power supply itself because it is simply not present. And that is why the fault appears. Repairing this type of problem requires sending the entire module for refurbishment. There is also a possibility that you will see a fault for all glow plugs, even after replacing them with brand new ones. In such a situation, this is an indication that the power connector of the entire glow plug control module is most likely burnt, and the module is not supplying power to any of the glow plugs. Once you remove the module, place it on the bench and confirm the controller is damaged. Why is this worth doing? Because after removing it and testing it on the bench, you will know for sure that the problem is the controller itself and not the wire between the controller and the glow plug. So let's get to work. Once again, I turn on the multimeter and switch it to the diode mode to check circuit continuity. I place one probe of the multimeter on the main round power connector, and with the other probe, I test each individual power circuit one by one. In my case, each glow plug circuit is located in the spot marked with a number on the screen. If there is continuity, it means everything is fine. In every situation where the circuit is interrupted and we get no result, it means the circuit is burned out and not heating. If none of the circuits show any signs of life and you are unable to detect continuity in any way, it means the main power socket of the glow plug controller is burned out. And that is exactly what happened in my case. Now that you know everything about diagnosing the glow plug system, I invite you to watch the final stage in a separate recording, where I will show you what you absolutely must not forget during this kind of repair, because otherwise, within a few weeks, all of our work will be wasted. Good luck!